Hey guys, this is a couple days after I fixed the truck. I wanted to do a cold start, see if it still hesitated on starting or if it fired right up. Now it is about 40 degrees outside for here. That's cold. Let's give it a shot. I'd say that's pretty good. That's a little better than it has been. It's progressively been getting worse, so I do love that sound. But I'm going to go ahead, let you guys watch the video, see what we came up with, and I'm going to go take it for a drive, let you know what I think. Hey guys, welcome back to Burning Rubber Garage. Today we're working on the Durabourbon. We've got an issue here. I'm going to bring in and show it to you in just a minute. We're leaking out of the bottom of the fuel filter, which I think is causing issues when I'm trying to accelerate. Idle's fine, little rougher start, but we're making a mess, which is sad. Losing a lot of diesel, probably losing pressure too, which is bad. It took me a minute to notice it. What I finally did is I went to go past somebody and I didn't have a lot of the oomph I normally have. So when I parked it, I came out in the garage and I smelled fuel. I smelled diesel fuel. And that's never really good. I mean, a little bit, I guess it's going to happen, but I smelled diesel fuel, so I moved the truck, looked under it, and there's a big old puddle. And every time the fuel filter is filled, it's spilling out the majority of it. So let me bring you over here. As you can see right there, we're leaking. So what I've done, you don't necessarily have to do this, but I would recommend it. We've pulled off the tire, off the fender. It's kind of a pain in the butt with those body clips, but we're leaking right there. You can see that drop coming out right there, I hope. And it's not leaking up top here because the whole way around this is dry. So it's this right here. Let me show you what I'm going to use to fix that. So what I did, instead of running to the parts store and buying parts, I went to Amazon. It sucked because I ordered it on Wednesday. It came on Saturday. That part sucked, but at the same time, what they wanted for just this, the Wix filter, they wanted 60 bucks. This was like $33 on Amazon. Plus I got the sensor that's leaking. That's a water sensor. So I got a brand new one of those, and that's an AC Delco, which is what is on it. So we are going to put these on, but first we got to get those off, so let's do it. Alright guys, so what I'm noticing here, I'm learning a lot about this truck and diesels as we go. This is not even hooked up, the water sensor, so I mean that kind of sucks. I don't think it's messing with anything. I don't know what kind of tune we've got on this, but this leaking is just unacceptable. I tried to hand tighten that and it's in there, so I think what's happened, let me pull this one out and show you. He's got the wires off of it too, but so what's happened is we're probably either leaking out of that or this gasket right here has gone bad. This has been on there for, I think it's been like 2,000 miles. So it's not been on there long, but it's been on there over a year. We're not leaking out of that either, which is funny, but yeah, we're just leaking fuel. So let's get this filter off. Hopefully I don't have to manhandle it and get a wrench. I've got a drip pan down below. I don't know what brand this is. I don't know anything about this. We are dripping some fuel. Let's get this Wix filter opened. So I'm just using a Wix filter. It does have the gaskets is what we're going to need. It does have some instructions. So if you've not done this before, definitely take a look at those. The little one's going to go at the bottom. Big one's going to go seated right there in the top. Can you see that? Probably not with the light. Let's hold this light here so we can see. Big one's going to go at the top right around there. I use diesel to lubricate it. Diesel is a very good lubricant. So, and then the other one's going to go on that piece on the bottom. So let's get this assembled. All right, so we've got your bottom here. This is kind of just to let you know the sensor plugs in, let you know if there's a lot of water in there, and you will come down here, twist that off, drain the water out. It's a water sensor, water in the fuel, water's bad. There's your plug right there. Take your finger, this is still good diesel. Run it around that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this diesel. It's just going to end up, I don't know what we're going to do with it. I'm not putting it back in. Take this make sure you don't cross thread it because it is just a plastic housing, and start going with it. So what I like to do when I'm tightening this, and they have a special tool for this stuff, I like to go till it's tight, finger tight, and then a half turn. Any more than that, you risk cracking it. So we're going to go till I feel it snug up. So now we've got it snugged up. There's a half a turn. I've got my other gasket at the top here. Can you see that? Take a little bit here. Run it around the top. That's a good lubricant. It will also help that when you go to tighten it up there, it doesn't catch and cause you a bunch of issues by ripping. So we're inside today, doors are shut, so hopefully the lighting's okay. If it's not, I'm sorry. We've got this. I'm going to take my glove off so I can have some grip. This guy is going to go up and in here, so let me get you a better angle and we'll show you that. All right, so there's your Wix filter, $33,960. If you can, I would order it off of Amazon, save you money. You're getting the same dang thing. Remember, lube that top part and be gentle with how you're getting it on up there. Can never have too much lubrication, they say. Okay, you probably can, but another thing I would, so there we go, they were tight. I just went a quarter turn on that one. This normally will plug right into here. I don't think it's going to matter on mine. So that is in. So there we go. So there's my quarter turn. Don't go any more than that. You don't need to crank it. It is a plastic housing. That gasket is seated. We're tight. You don't want to break it, screw up the threads. This right here is going to have to go somewhere. We'll figure that out in a minute. What I'm going to do is go up top. I'm going to crack that bleeder screw, start pumping until I see it come out, and then we're going to close it up and she should fire right back up and our dripping should be done. So this is something that is not hard. I mean, you could probably do it from the top. My worry there is you've got AC lines that you bend, and the last thing you want to do is save money here to spend it on an AC system repair. Awesome part about this is I have saved myself a ton of money. Some shops will charge you over $200 to do this. I did it for under $50 with the brand new part. This is AC Delco 126-39277. Pulling the wheel off is definitely going to be easier, but these little body clips right here, plan on buying a few of those because if they're original, they're probably going to break. So let's go up top and knock that out. All right, let's see if this thing will focus here. What we've got here is this screw right here needs to come out. On yours, it might be plastic. This one is metal. You can loosen it a little bit. You can pull it all the way out. Once you pull that out, you are going to need to prime it by pushing this. Once you see it start to come out, I like to push it slowly until I see the air bubbles come out. And then I put that screw back on and then we'll fire it up, see if she starts. Then we'll get the wheel back on, fender and all that good stuff. So this one's a little interesting. This is a Suburban with an LB7 in it. And some of the lines are routed a little different than they might be in your truck, but essentially everything else is the same here. We need to get this guy backed out, and then we can prime. So let me work on getting that backed out with this line right here, and we'll go from there. I've got the screw out. It's nothing too hard. And now you're just going to push. We should see some fluid come out of there. I'm hoping it doesn't shoot up and get my camera. Probably will. And this is how you're priming it. If you run out of diesel fuel, same thing you're going to have to do here. A lot of people say fill that halfway up when you install it. I don't recommend that. It's harder on your lift pump. There we go. I can hear it starting to come. So there we go. We did shoot a little bit out. Now what I want to do, if you guys can see that right there, you're looking right there. I'm going to push some diesel out. In fact, I'm going to grab some paper towels. And kind of just jam down and around that. to catch that stuff. Probably should have done that to start, but I don't see air bubbles coming out. I think we're good. So just be careful when you go to put that screw back in. I want that primed up to the top. I want it to push out. There we go. I'm going to put that screw back in, which is definitely not an easy task. Just be careful when you're doing it. This is what mine looks like. Just a little metal guy. Set it in there. Make sure you're putting it in nice and straight. All right, so something else you might want to snag. Let me show you here. I've got this O-ring here. That went on that bleeder screw. That's only $3.99 at O'Reilly. I would recommend probably getting one. If you like the screw you have, that's fine and dandy as well. Just make sure you I would buy one and just take the little gasket and put on it. That one of mine, when I was putting it on, I could see it was catching. Just had dried out a little bit, so we're good there. You don't need to crank the crap out of it. It is snug. I'm going to soak up some of the diesel. Sorry about that. Let's see if it'll focus down in there. I'm going to soak up some of that diesel down in there, and we'll go from there. We should be good to go. And then I'll put the fender well in and be done. It's very easy to do. Nothing to really worry about there. Just time. Time is money. So I guess if you have the money, you pay. If you don't, you put in the time. So, all right. So what we've got, it's all installed. I was dripping out of here before. That's in there, half a turn past finger tight. I used some channel locks with the rag around it. You can see how drenched that is. I'll probably get some parts cleaner or brake cleaner and spray on that just to knock that down. Let's see if she'll fire up. I would say that's a success. I'm going to leave this fender off for a minute and probably go in and grab something to eat. I did want to say thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. We've grown, it seems like we're growing faster and faster. November was a down month. December was a good month. Hopefully January and this year will be a good time. We've got some more things we got to do to this, get it ready to tow. We're going to be working over here. Let me turn you around. Hopefully it's not too bad. We're going to be working quite a bit on that. I've got some new odds and ends for that truck. I dig that truck. I can't wait to take it out and about and just have some fun with it. Just took this thing for a cruise. Runs amazing. Sounds better. There's no hiccup at idle. We got all of our new parts right down in there. A lot of work. Worth every second. Having it run good. Let's go for a spin. So with this, it's just got a lot more get up and run than it's had in the past. It's freaking impressive, to say the least. I mean, that's just barely pushing the gas and we're cruising. Yeah, I've got check engine light, but it's for gas related issues because it still thinks there's a gas engine in this. We can fix that by putting a heavy duty dash in that was made for the Duramax, so, or a heavy duty truck. But these roads out here are beautiful. Just kind of chilling on some side streets. You got to have GPS out here. Well, I guess you don't have to if you grew up out here. Otherwise, you're there's so many loops and turns. You get turned around really easy out here. I finally understand why they put a compass up there, because you got to figure out which way you're freaking going. So in Utah, we always had mountains where to judge by where we were at. But I mean, look at this. We're just doing 40. I give it just a little bit of gas, and she's gone. Next thing you know, there's 60. Just bam. Anyways, thanks for watching. Sorry, you probably got 2 intros, 2 outros. Please subscribe, hit that like button, and we'll see you on the next one. Listen to her sing. See ya.